What is up, guys? I'm back yet again with another one. In this video, I'll be sharing a live trade example and the explanation of its analysis. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Please note, any information herein is not intended, nor does it constitute financial, tax, legal, investment, or any other advice. So a great example is a step index trade that myself and the guys on my platform took. So as you can see, I posted this on my Instagram, and it was a scalping opportunity on the H6 time frame. And of course, I was waiting for the market to come into this zone labeled strong demand, bounded by level 7756.2 and 7738.1. And the market did that. And fortunately, it actually gave us like a wick entry. And what I had was a pending order on this setup, and I was placed straight into the trade. Okay. So if you can see, we got in straight by, the upper bound of my pending order, and I got out at TP. Right, so that was actually a really, really good trade. Now, of course, if we are to head over to the chart so that we can discuss what it is, I mean, especially using this method that made me come to the realization that the scalp would hold. So being on the H6 time frame, this was the zone, this is the wick entry, and the TP level was hit. And of course, if you were to go to the lower time frames like the M15 or even the M5, like this, you realize how much of this movement is not something that is small. Okay, so this whole thing is just movement, and that's the market, pushing in your direction. Okay, and we got out at TP. Of course, the market is starting to retrace now. All right, so now, as usual, every analysis starts on the highest time frame possible. Okay, so now being on the monthly time frame, okay, if I'm going to squeeze the chart so that we can get like a proper view, let's fiddle around with the chart a bit until that happens. So yes, being on the monthly time frame, one can see that we had a low over here, okay, and this is a lower low, strong rejection last month. All right, this is a new month, and there's buying momentum to the upside. Okay. All right, so now obviously because of market structure, if you have a low and a lower low like that, you might want to really focus on the buys, although it's not so clear, okay, on this time frame. I headed over to the weekly time frame, and what I noticed once again was that, this week we had been pushing to the upside, right? So, you don't want to go against that buying momentum, especially if you know that we're coming from a lower low, from the higher structures. The best bet would be to actually find a way to join the buy wave, obviously as you scale down and look for areas where, that would be possible. Now headed over to the daily time frame. Okay. What you will notice on the daily time frame is that for all these days, the market has simply been pushing to the upside. Okay. And of course, now this is somewhat what we'd call the retracement. And just being on this time frame will make you also appreciate the market structure that is there. So being on the daily time frame, you can clearly see this is all a downtrend. Okay. And what's actually currently happening is there's a strong retracement. So, obviously the market is retracing, looking for a lower high, we could say. This is being on the daily time frame. And that lower high is likely to be at this order block. But, in all honesty, it can even be slightly low. Okay. So, just with that thinking, I wanted to look for ways to join this buy until somewhere around here. I was not ready yet to, start looking for sell positions. However, I made this a scalp position simply because there is a possibility that this could actually be the lower high and the market wants to continue to the downside. There's actually a new month candle now. Today is the 1st of August, and the market might want to actually keep pushing to the downside, right? So this is why I said to myself, this would just be literally a scalp position. Okay. Now, in terms of getting that scalp, that buy scalp, why it did work out was, now, when you look at market structure, right? And we have this high, and we're saying we're expecting somewhat a lower high. I looked to my left to look to see what the market was doing when it was actually still buying, as discussed, right? So what you'll notice is when you look to the left, this is the market when it was buying, right? And if you scale down in there, right, what you're going to find is pockets of demand, okay? So what do I mean by pockets of demand? The market would push to a specific area, fail to break, right? Create a ceiling and then break it, right? Same thing, create a ceiling and then break it, right? So now these pockets of demand, right, have evidence that in the past, they would push the market to the upside, okay? So that is all contained in here, right? There's pockets of demand, pockets of demand, pockets of demand, okay? So now, if you shade those pockets of demand, right, and you stretch them to the current buy wave that you're trying to join, if it does make sense in terms of market structure, you could actually get an area where you could also buy. Okay, so what does that look like? All right, right now I'm on the daily time frame. So what I'm going to do now is to shade I would now have to shade, this move to the left, right? So that we can look for those pockets of demand that will help us to join this current buy wave, okay? So now just shading this, right? If we start scaling down, looking for those pockets of demand, things are going to get really interesting and, somewhat workable with, right? So now if I head over to the H6 time frame, which is where I got my zone, what you will notice is that there is demand here. So now nicely look at what happened, right? The market was pushing to the upside, right? Failed to break, and then, something from in here, all right, pushed the market to the upside, and then we ended up taking out that ceiling, okay? So of course, if you scale down lower, it actually becomes clearer. Now, being on the H4, you clearly see as we're pushing to the upside, we got here, we failed to break, right? Meaning this would be a ceiling, okay? And then the market pushed to the upside from this level here, okay? Past this demand here resulted in the market being finally able to break, right? That past ceiling. So that is what I would consider a pocket of demand. And if you notice what I've done there, I then drew two horizontal lines that I stretched to the future, right? And said to myself, okay, we've been buying this whole time and I want to join the buy, right? So in case this is not a lower high in totality, where could I join? And I found this pocket of demand here, and the market came in and it gave us a wick entry until TP, which was a scalp move. Okay, so for instance, if we were not anticipating a lower high on the higher time frame, so let's just go back to the daily time frame, like this. If we were not expecting a lower high because of the market structure, and for instance, we are assuming that the market was going to keep pushing to the upside because of whatever structure we would have seen on the higher time frame, those pockets of demand, once again, right, if we go back to the lower time frames, would be very useful for us, right? Because what that would mean is as the market pushes up, remember, this is the buy wave that you're desperately trying to join. You'd be taking note of these pockets of demand from the past, right? You'd be taking note of them because as the market pushes up, these are areas, for instance, it's likely to retrace in case, especially if there's also an order block there, and continue to the upside, because there's evidence in the past that is when the market was pushing up, there were pockets of demand that propelled and allowed for the market to keep going to the upside. Okay, so I mean, overall, this is what we do. Essentially, when you take a trade like this, I always advocate that one takes screenshots, of how the trade played out. You place it in a folder, and this is how you literally get better. I basically have a module called the live entry module where I've assembled all my live trades, that I would have shared, and the reasoning behind me taking those trades. And in all honesty, personally, it has taken my trading to another level where I have an understanding of why I'm doing certain things, what to look for, and most importantly, when to stay out of the markets, okay? So there you have it, guys. This is a very powerful strategy that requires chart time and backtesting. If you like what you see, feel free to contact me. You can find my contact details in the description of this video. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram, where I share insights and we can basically keep in touch on a regular basis. Please note, I am not on TikTok, and don't engage with anyone pretending to be me on there. Until next time, ciao.
SITR